Yeah, tell everybody. Okay. Yes, we are going live now, so please click the link. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna post. I'll post in here too. Miss Molly. YouTube link is now working. Post that, and then I'll repost. Why did my phone just shut off? My mom like never knows what stinking time it is. Hold on, what am I doing? She's like, are you starting at 9:30 Eastern time? Like, can you just post in the event page and repost? Can you repost the YouTube link in the unit page and say it's YouTube or something? If they have it, it'll be fine. I'm sorry. Okay, and I'll just keep going. It's very angle with me. Pivot, like Ross from Friends. Anybody see that episode? No, it's not.
Oh, Ross and Friends? No, I didn't.
It's the pivot one. Okay. Yeah, I posted the link in the images. Event page. So sorry that we've never had this conversation before. It's so funny. Sorry.
No, I don't want to go. Oh my gosh.
And it's being so slow. We have waters in the fridge if he wants to water. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And we have tea. Post. Heavens above. Okay, I think I may have gotten it. Okay. Got the link. Copy.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Send it upside, just send everything.
On the unit page? Perfect, thank you. Okay, I'll get my seat here. Okay. All right, so when you earn your bracelet, placing a $600 wholesale cumulative order into the company, whether it's investment in your business with a new boy or you're doing a reorder, you're gonna earn a brunch with me. When you add 2 or more team members to your team, you're gonna earn the brunch as well. Because that's what the company's promoting this year. When you do $1,000 grand slam, I should have done that. Grand slam. You're gonna earn a prize from me this month. I have no idea what it is. I am trying to think of something really fun. So I'm thinking about that. Okay, we're also going to be celebrating mid-month moneymaker. And what a mid-month moneymaker is anyone who places at least a $300 wholesale order into the company by the 15th of the month, which means you're halfway to that bracelet. Okay, and if that makes no sense, I'll explain a little bit more later because we're running behind. But mid-month moneymaker, so you're going to get a prize from me, and it could be a Starbucks gift card. It could be, I don't know, anything, Sweet CC's. I'm not sure, but it'll be something fun. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about our unit goal for the month, and I know it's already like 8 days in, and like Margaret's just telling me now, but I really have to think about like, what could I wrap my brain around? Because sometimes like we have these big audacious goals, like I want to be a Pete Cadillac sales director, but my brain can't even wrap around the numbers that that's going to require right now, and so it freaks me out and it scares me and it shuts me down. So, and I'm a safety and security type of person, so if I start, not think small, but if I start here and do a growth, like an increase, that's more helpful for me. Okay, I have a viewer, it's probably my mom, so yay, watching Mom. So our unit goal for the month is going to be to add 10 new November Royals. I'm sure you saw my little post or whatever. And I love this because I just love the name, New November Royals. Our business partners into our unit, okay? So we are blessing other women with this opportunity, and we are reaching our goals and promoting ourselves, really fun. And what's really cool about this is that there's a raffle for it. So if you saw a picture, there's this Mary Kay Beauty coat. It's not a requirement for your business at all, but I love to wear it because I feel like I just look the same everywhere I go to every appointment. So a lot of times I used to dress up like really fancy and I'll wear heels. So not that there's anything wrong with that, but now I don't have to think about what I'm wearing when I go to my appointment. I said this a million times, I wear the same skirt and top to every appointment because it's always somebody new. And I wear this beauty coat, and it really does look professional. And so anytime you add a personal team member, not only does your new consultant get an entry into this raffle, but you get an entry into the raffle too, which is really, really awesome. So if you add like, you know, all 10 team members or all 10 unit members for the month, you get like 10 entries. So however many team members you get, every time you add somebody, you get an entry. And then the new consultant gets an entry too, because I really wanted the team builder to be like, you know, have an incentive as well. And maybe I'll do 2 separate raffles, like one raffle for the recruiters and one raffle for the consultants, like the new consultants, which I think would be really fun. Pink Friday is coming up. If you're taking part of that, I do have a really awesome training for new consultants, because while Pink Friday is a really awesome strategy for people who've been in their business a while, for new consultants, it can actually kind of burn you in the beginning. So there's a really awesome training I'm going to forward to everybody. And apparently my email system is really acting up. So I'm going to do some work on that tonight to get you there. There's not going to be a meeting on the 22nd. So we will have a meeting this coming Wednesday. I believe it's like the 14th or something.
Yeah.
Right?
14th. No. Yeah, 14th.
Something like that. So we will have a 15th. Yes, because Thursday and Friday, 16th, 17th.
It's the 15th.
It's the 15th. Okay, so we will have a meeting on the 15th, but we will not have a meeting the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then we'll resume everything again the following Wednesday. Okay. I did a video in our studio page, which I'll add you to tonight, but we are going to have a holiday hands-on open house for our local consultants. And the video goes over way more detail, but it's going to be Saturday, December 2nd from 1 to 5 p.m. Whether you have gifts to wrap and bring or not, you can totally take part in it. We're going to have the hands-on part is going to be, we're going to have different stations for people to try different things. We're going to have a kiss and tell, so they get to like try lipstick, and then they kiss a card, and like the shape of their lip tells them what their personality is like. It is so fun. Like, I love doing it. My first meeting is when we did it 3 years ago. It was so fun. We're also going to have satin hands. We're going to have perfumes and fragrances and things to bring people to sample, which is going to be really fun. And we're going to have a raffle like every hour that we're here, so that because people aren't going to stay for like 5 hours, and so we want to make sure everybody kind of gets that win. And then after that, we're actually going to have like transitioning from the open house. We're going to have our consultant holiday gathering. Now, you can absolutely not participate in open house and still come to the consultant party, or vice versa. Like whatever you want to do, it's not mandatory. And we'll have more details on that. So those are all of our announcements for the week. That took way longer than the show because of technical difficulties. But now we're going to move into recognition. And I love recognition because that means we get to celebrate people locally and not locally. I didn't have any forms turned in. I know some of you had a hard time finding it, so don't worry about it. Just turn it in next week. But the first thing we always like to celebrate are bookings, because bookings are the lifeline of our business. And so to get on stage recognition, oh wait, no, first we have to welcome new consultants. It has been so long since I welcomed new consultants, so we have to do it. So we have a new consultant in the room, everyone, and she's my personal new team member. I'm so excited for her. Would you come up to the front? Yay! Team members here! Yay! I want to show everybody your beautiful dress. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh my God, I love her. Okay, so oh look at you! I love it. No, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so typically what we do with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Typically what we do with new consultants, you're beautiful, is we introduce you, we introduce recruiter and things like that. So this is Tamanda, and she's my personal team member. She joined on Halloween, which is so exciting. Oh, yeah. You did? Yeah, just a week ago. And so one thing that I like to do is just talk to you about what I like about you and what I'm most excited for, and then if you feel like sharing one thing that you're excited about. So what I'm most excited about is her just saving up some money and having some extra money. She's actually an exchange student from Malawi. I'm sorry. So thank you. An international student from Malawi, correct? And I just adored her the minute I met her. It was like we were totally meant to be, like for sure. I love her personality, her energy. And I'm just excited for her to work her business, like, the way you want. Yeah. So what's one thing you're excited about?
Well, I'm excited, of course, to make money.
Yes! That's how we start, right?
That's how. But yeah, so she said I'm an international student from Malawi, so I am going to grad school, and I have about 2 years
here in Las Cruces. So while I'm here, I'm thinking I can also do this on the side, getting friendships, and networking is something that I really, really love, and I guess I blossom off networking. So the networking from this network hopefully will get me really good results.
Yay! I'm so excited. We're working together for a picture. Hold on, let me put down my papers. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hold on, hold it. I forgot to put a timer on that.
Let me see.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Also, I forgot to tell you, see right there. So, a few things you're gonna get, and I'm so sorry that I didn't bring your consultant pen, but 2 things you're gonna get from me is 1, a consultant pen. And so it's just a pen that says Mary Kay Consultant on it, and so you can wear it everywhere you go. And we always tell you to wear it upside down because women are fixers. And while you're standing in line at Target, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, honey, your pen's upside down. Oh, is your name Mary Kay? Oh, no, my name's Tomato, but have you ever Mary Kay facial?"
Catchy.
Yeah, it is fun. So you're gonna receive that, and then you're also gonna receive this, what we call Forever Rose.
Oh, great.
And so the rose, the rose symbolizes several things in Mary Kay, and I totally forgot. So if I forget something, you help me, okay? So the stem is your journey.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And then as you go up your journey, sometimes you run into thorns. Okay, on a real rose. And this, and so you can look at those thorns in 2 ways. One is an obstacle that you just can't get over, or you can look at them as a stepping stone to your next step in success, which is really cool. And then as you go up the thorn, you're going to see the green leaves, which represents 2 things as well. 1, all the money you're gonna get. And then it's also going to represent all the friendships that you're going to make in the community that we have, which is really cool. And then you get up to the bud of a rose, which is you as a brand new beauty consultant. And in real roses, they tend to, open up and bloom a little bit. And so that's going to represent you as you grow in your business. So I'm so excited to welcome you too. Yay! You're welcome. You're welcome. You can have a seat now. Thank you. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so now we're going to talk about bookings. Are we really behind on time? 8:02. Okay, I'm going to run through this real quick because I want to get you through this product stuff. Okay, bookings. If you made any booking calls this week, I just want you to go whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, me too. If you had 5 or more bookings, I want you to stand. Come on up. This queen of bookings. How many bookings? Oh, 5. Awesome. That's great. Do you want the crown? Okay. Let me take your picture though. I'm gonna get better at this time thing. I'm getting all hot. Oh, you're so sweet. Here. Well, this is what I do. I make sure like the carpet's in there.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. All right. Next, we're going to celebrate faces. How many faces did you see this week? And so we celebrate 5 or more faces on stage, but even seeing 1 face is awesome. So if you saw any faces this week, I want you to say woo, 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 woo. And how many faces did you see? 1. That's awesome. I saw 9 faces this week. Woo, woo. Beginning of the month. Has not happened in quite a long time, so I pat myself on the back for that. What's next? Faces, sales, right? So next we're going to celebrate sales. And so we celebrate the retail amount that you sell in a week. And we celebrate anybody that sells anything, but on-stage recognition is $300 or more because that keeps you on target for several things in the company. So if you sold anything this week, even an eye applicator, I want you to say woo, 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 woo. If you sold $300 or more, I'd like you to come up to the front. I did! And I'm sad because we didn't have our director meeting today, and I had tons of recognition, and we're having it. So I think it was 416 I sold this week. Most of that was at a party, a facial party on Sunday, and it was so much fun. I had a blast. It was great. Next, we're going to celebrate share calls, and that is talking about the opportunity with somebody. So sitting down and chatting and answering their questions, basically interviewing them to see if they want to be a Mary Kay and if you want them on your team of Mary Kay, which is really cool. So if you had any share calls this week, meaning you talked to anybody about Mary Kay at all, like the business, you should say woo woo, woo woo. if you had 3 or more share calls, how many do you have?
2.
That's so close, but that's still good. That's still good. All right, next we're going to talk about adding team members, so court of sharing. And these are symbolic because of Mary Kay at the end of our year, our Mary Kay year when we go to Dallas for our seminar, the retail sales and the court of sharing, the adding of team members get recognized on stage for a certain amount. And so we just like to do that here locally too, which is really cool. So if you added any new team members this week, come up to the front. Yay! I added one last week and one this week, which is so exciting. I'm very excited. We're about to explode the Royal Unit. Hashtag Royals Rise. That's what we're using this year. We are rising up. What else are we going to do? That's it. So that's it for recognition. We're going to move into the family room and we're going to discuss some new products. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I made you get them out for nothing. Okay. So, you guys, I'm going to sit here. If you guys want to sit on either side of me, or you can sit right across from me, I'll grab you a chair.
I'll get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You're so
Thank
sweet. Say hi to my mom. She's watching. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to sit everything there.
Okay.
I apologize, you guys, if I'm talking super fast tonight. My husband is working midnight shifts and has to be at work by 9:30. So I'm so sorry if I'm talking fast, because I don't want to rush you and I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So, because I texted him, I was like, what's the latest you have to be at work? So, okay, I'm really what I know, this, okay. Because this was all frizzied up earlier and I was doing some video and it just did not happen. It's not happening. Okay, so like I said earlier, are you guys hot?
No.
It's just me. Okay. I'm just so scared that heater's gonna catch on fire. Like it's so crazy. So like I said earlier, we had some really awesome new products released for the winter. So every quarter, we get new products, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Some of them are limited edition, which means they're only around for that quarter, those 3 months, and some, I'll show this to you closer in a minute. And some of them will stick around, they're part of the permanent line, is what we call them. And so this is everything that has, there's 4 things, where's the other one? Someone here. Okay, so this is some of the things that have launched. So we have, and I'm going to go through them, and I have the new catalog, which is really great. So the first thing that has launched, let's speed that towards me. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's better. Hi there.
That was funny to watch, like to have it zoom into my face. That was hilarious. Okay, so I'm just going to go down the line. So what I was showing them is this little flyer here. It says to-you lists. So instead of a to-do list, it's a to-you list. And it's talking about things that you can do for your business and just some different products, things like that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our travel size. It's called the Go Set Voluform. And so the Voluform set is our most luxurious skincare line we carry, and it's for what we call our wiser women. Basically, which I don't really, actually, let me rewind. It's for women who have a lot of aging to their face, a lot of damage. Maybe they just didn't take care of their skin, genetics, whatever it is. So this specific skincare line repairs that. And so the line, which I know you haven't had a facial yet, which is so cool. We're doing that. The line that you're going to facial is our anti-aging line, so our preventative line. So this line is what we call our most luxurious line, and they now have a new The Go Set. So we have these things called the minis. What are they called?
The travel size one?
No, not the travel size one. The minis. What are they called? They're not just called the minis. Is it?
What the travel? So you're talking about like the smaller setting hands and the smaller,
The microderm,
the
deluxe minis. Thank
the
you.
deluxe
Okay,
minis, yeah.
so there's another one of these, and it's called a deluxe mini. That's ordered in section 2, and section 2 products are samples, and so those are what we typically use for like Hostess rewards, things like that. This is bigger, and it's more of a travel size, which still the minis would still work, but these are bigger, and this is something you can actually sell. We actually can't sell section 2 products. So just FYI, you guys, you cannot sell the minis, deluxe minis. You cannot. But this you can, and it retails at $35. Okay, which may sound like a lot, but it is. The science behind it makes it like that. It's not limited edition, so it is going to be in our permanent line. And I am going to give you. Where is this? Hold on. I had this like whole thing here that was giving me ideas on how to sell it. I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, okay. Did I do this wrong? That's weird that I did that. Oh, I understand what I'm doing now.
I think I know.
You probably do.
I'm gonna keep it to my.
She's my other brain. Okay, so that's the new On The Go set. It's great, especially for people who are interested in starting the Volume Firm, but they're not sure if they want to spend $200 on the skincare set quite yet. This is a great go-to. Like, well, you know what? Why don't you try our travel size for about a week or 2 and let me know what you think, and then we can work out a payment plan for the other one. Okay. The second thing, which I'm really excited about, I don't have yet, and I can't believe I didn't order it, but I will. It's one of our Beauty That Counts products, okay? And every, I think twice a year, Mary Kay has what we call a Beauty That Counts product, and those are products that are a purchase with purchase. So you buy this, you get this at a really cheap price. And the Beauty That Counts product supports our charitable foundation, which is Research for Cancers That Afflict Women and Stopping Domestic Violence. So what's really cool about that is what it is it's a plush blanket. And I'm telling you, I love a good blanket. I know my mom does. She's probably gonna buy like 50 of these. And it comes like this. It's so cute. Oops, that's the Spanish side. I'm just trying to test you guys. And so the way that you can get this blanket is when you or somebody else purchases a skincare regimen. So any of our skincare lines, they can get this blanket for $10. They're like 20 at Walmart. I mean, I love Walmart, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, it's really nice. And then $5 of that goes to the charitable foundation. So that's really, really cool. Okay, the most talked about product that's been released this winter is the Jason mask. Just kidding. This is our biocellulose. I can't even say the whole thing. It's so long. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay. Our new Time-Wise Repair Lifting Biocellulose Mask. Okay? This is our new product that's been all the rage. And what's really cool is, as a director, I get the products about a month before everybody else. And so I get a little buzz kit. I get samples of the product. I get materials to kind of train you guys on and talk to you about them. And I get to try everything out so I can tell you this is what it's like for me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm very excited about this. At first I was like, who cares? I'm not going to lie. I really was like, what is the big deal? Because we just came out with the charcoal mask back in March or whatever. And I'm thinking nothing's going to top that sucker. Like nothing. This totally doesn't top it, but it's right there with it. I absolutely love it. And so I'm going to talk a lot about the mask and do it as quickly as possible. I'm so sorry. And I can take a picture of these notes. I'm going to post things on our unit page, things you can post in your Mary Kay VIP groups or your business page, whatever, things you can text to people. That's what I do. So I do this with later tonight. And that's with my husband and my husband dinner and he's off working on. So I will get that to you tonight. Okay. So this biocellulose mask, has anybody heard of biocellulose or cellulose or anything like that? No, okay, me either, until I heard this, okay? So it's inspired by Korean beauty, okay? It's all the rage right now. I've heard a lot about Korean beauty over the last few years. Even through my facials, women will say, oh my gosh, I love Asian skincare. I love what they do. I love their stuff. Like, just they tell me things. And so Mary Kay is very on trend. They may not come out with it first, but that's because they test the product and they make sure it is the best. I'm sure you've seen those paper masks, like those, how they kind of dry on people's face maybe, those white paper masks. We're going to talk a little bit about that and how this is different. So, so cellulose is actually, it's actually a natural fiber generated from plants, okay? Follow me here. I'm still trying to get it. And it takes coconut water. So they take coconut water and they ferment it. Okay, but so it naturally creates itself, this biocellulose, okay, or the cellulose. So while they're fermenting it, the fibers form, and that's what creates the cellulose. But it's 1,000 times thinner than human hair. But it's super strong. It's not gonna rip. So cool. I just love learning, and I have videos and everything for all you guys too. So it makes it really strong, and it stays hydrated the whole time, and I'll talk to you a little bit about, like, when I put it on, how it feels. So it's hydrated the whole time, so it's not going to easily tear. Other paper masks, their process of making it what they need, they strip all the cellulose, so it loses its hydration. They bleach it, okay, and then they try and put nutrients back in it. So that's what makes it like papery and easy to tear. So like when you put it on and you try and adjust, it like rips and tears. That's just not good. And biocellulose as a, what does this say? Okay, so it can hold 100 times its dry weight in moisture, which is really cool. And Leah Carter did this science experiment. She's a higher up, but she's part of our like family in Mary Kay. It weighed like 4 ounces before she put it on her face, and then it weighed like something like 0.4 ounces when she took it off. So all the moisture went into her skin, like all of it. It was great. The price point is based off of science. So let's talk about that for a minute. So it comes in this box. It is part of the Timewise Volume Firm line, but just like the charcoal mask is part of the Clear Proof line, you can use it with any line, and it's good for any skin type. A lot of people, when they hear moisture and luminous and radiant, when they're oily, they like to run. Your skin still needs hydration even if it's oily. Oil and hydration are two different things. I'm a very oily, and this was amazing. I love it. Okay, it was, and I would tell you, I'd be like, you know, I don't really like it, but this is how you're going to market it if you want it, if you like it. And that's the thing. You may not. I don't think you won't. I think you really are. There's very few products I don't wear, but you've got to believe in it. And so that's why I like to train you on this stuff. So it comes in this little box. Yeah. 24 grams times 4. So each mask weighs 24 grams. I don't know if that's 4 ounces, so maybe I read her scale wrong. But anyways, and so it's $70 for the pack of 4. Now, at first it's like, oh wow, that's expensive, but it breaks down to $17.50 per mask, which if you go into the store, they're like anywhere between 24 to 48 to 50 to 70 per individual mask. So our price point is on key. It's on target. And the way that you use this, it's meant to be used within a 2-week period before like a, well, it doesn't have to be before a special event. It could just be because, but you use all 4 masks within a 2-week period. I'm still not quite sure if you can use it all month long or if it's like a month in between or things like that. It's very new, so we need to call the company and figure it out because I couldn't find it. But what's also really cool, and Rachel Bond is doing this, is they sent me a dry erase calendar to where, because in the book here, this little guide here, it kind of gives you an example of when to use the mask. So like here's Susie's wedding in her calendar. So she wants to use it 2 weeks before the event. So there's 2 or 3 days in between each use, and you want to use it, you want to stop using it 2 days before, so everything looks great. And so it's really, really cool. I absolutely love but you can make, I think you can download this on InTouch and make minis of these and laminate them if you want and give them to your customers and help them set up a routine with it, because they're gonna get it and they're not gonna know what to do with it. You're gonna think they remembered what you said, but oh, here's a little calendar. When would you like to start your mask? Okay, and then you're gonna do your second one this day, and then you're gonna do your third one this day, and just kind of help them set it up 2 to 3 days in between. Okay, and here we are. Okay, and that's how you use it. Now, how do you apply it? Okay, so this looks like it's almost like a shell of a mask. Okay, it is not. When you open it up, it is chock full of product, and it was weird. It was weird when I pulled it out. I was like, this looks so gross. Like, that was my first reaction. And so there's 2 sides, 2 mesh sides. You pull one of them off, and again, I'm gonna have videos for you guys like to see. You pull one off, and the way, see all these little slits here in the side? There's all these little slits. You fit it on your face perfectly, and it is literally chock full of product, so it's easily manipulated. There's these little eye flaps that I actually removed them and put them like somewhere else because I don't like anything touching my eyelashes, but I also really want to get rid of these dark circles. And it just fits over your face perfectly. Then you remove the other portion of the mask, and literally it's so hard not to just touch it. It feels cool the whole time. It doesn't dry up and crunch your face. It's literally hydrating, lifting. I mean, it's just renewing your face. It's amazing. And so you leave it on for about 20 to 30 minutes. I usually just sit there and watch a show. I normally do other things when I'm masking, but if I start to talk or laugh, it'll start to slide down my face. So I just leave it alone, and then you remove it. And I really wish I would have taken a before and after picture. I'm very upset I didn't. There's a lot out there. There is specifically one with a man's face that has a lot of just scarring and pitting. That picture alone is going to sell this mask for you. You don't even have to have your picture. This picture alone is going to sell it for you. So I will be posting all that tonight. So that's how you apply it. And I can't even tell you, like, let me give you some facts on it. So it increases skin moisture levels for 24 hours after a single use, okay? Skin is visibly more radiant, soft, and smooth. It totally is. After 2 weeks, the skin looks firm, lifted, it looks younger, and it appears more luminous. Now, when you hear the word luminous, you think shiny. It's not. It's very radiant and glowing in a beautiful way. Like when you see people with like glowing skin, oh my gosh, she's glowing. That's what it is. And I've been using it. It doesn't over excess oil or anything like that. And I think it's actually in a magazine already. I don't know which one, but it's in one of the top rated magazines. I think I already went over this. You use 4 masks in 2 weeks. And when you take it off, you have to throw it away. Like there's no reusing it. And it doesn't hurt to rip off. I mean, so it's rip. It doesn't hurt to pull off or anything like that. Like it's super comfortable. Okay, so this is how you're gonna market this. Or I got this from Rachel Baum, but I was thinking that very similar lines, and I'll tell you my specific approach with this too. So this is gonna be marketed as like a super luxurious experience. I mean, facials like this cost $70, $80, $100 per time, and they're paying $70 for like 1 box of stuff. Okay, so if you have customers on the Volufarm, like they're already on the Volufarm, you literally, I would say when you repurchase your Volufarm, you can get the mask at half off. Or you can say, I know you're on your Volufarm set, we have this new mask. You buy one, you get the second one at half off because you're not losing money there, which is really cool. Now, if you have nobody on Volufarm or your new consultant, you literally could just message people, and I'll give you some verbiage and stuff to let them know about the masks. Send them a picture or two to choose from. I'll put them in an albums folder, and you just say whatever, like, I want to let you know about this new bubble mask. If you'd like to try it, buy one, you get the second half off, or you buy 2, get the third free. Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Of course you can.
So, the smaller set of
Yeah.
the Volufarm
Yeah.
and the mask together, and you do it as a gift set, as a pair. So that way,
Yeah.
your customers who don't want to spend $200,
Yes.
they're still getting it. They're getting the experience, and then you can move them to the larger set.
So
afterwards.
Tiffany was just saying to pair the Go Volufarm with the mask as a set as well for those who aren't wanting to to buy the $205 set. Another option too is the first, and this could be an offer you do in your VIP group only. Like you could text your customers and say, check out my VIP group at 5 p.m. tomorrow. The first 3 people that take part in this deal are going to get a gift. And so what I have here is the first 3 people to purchase the mask are going to get the Deluxe Mini, not the Go set, because that's more whatever, but the Deluxe Mini, which is $12 for free. So then if they're not on the Voluform, they're trying the Voluform with the mask, and then you can almost guarantee you'll get an order of that. So there's so many things you can do. Pick one that excites you and run with it. There's no wrong way. There's absolutely no wrong way. I'm very excited. I love that. I love pairing those two as a set. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Love it. Oh, I got through that really quickly. I mean, we only have 5 minutes left, but I can push it a little. I'm so excited. So here's the look. I absolutely love our lookbooks because people don't look fake. And throughout this whole lookbook, you have information on the opportunity. Okay, you have information on the products. I love her. She's great. And so you have all this info. So if you don't know anything, go to your lookbook, go to InTouch, read about the product, and spit back exactly what's on the internet. I still do that. I don't know everything. If somebody were to ask me right now to name all the men's colognes, I can name. I know, it's bad. Oh, okay, so I'm not done because we have our lipsticks. Now, we're going to move to our brand new lipstick line. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Okay, so for those of you who have been in Mary Kay a while, we have had a lipstick line called the Cream Lipsticks that have been around for at least 10 years. Mary Kay discontinued that entire line. And while some people, that is super devastating, and I get it, anytime Mary Kay actually gets rid of a line, it's because something better has come to play. And absolutely 100%, I am all, I'm sorry, about these lipsticks, okay? I'm all about these lipsticks. So what was just launched is a whole line of the Mary Kay Gel Semi Shine. What was released over the summer, was it, Tiffany? Were the Gel Semi Matte. There is a complete difference between these two lines, and you can see the purple side right here. I'm sorry if you can't see this, but these are the Gel Semi Mattes, and these, the whites are the Gel Semi Shines, and then you can see all of them right here. So those are the swatches, which is so fun. It looks like a beautiful paintbrush. So there's 12 new shades with this Gel Semi Shine. You can see right there. And for me, what the difference is between the matte and the shine is there is just a hint of shimmer in these. I'm actually wearing the hot pink right now, which it kind of looks different right there, but on my lips it looks more like the card. But there is a bit of a shimmer in there. And so I love it. It's really subtle, but it really does kind of pop. You can actually download this on your Mary Kay InTouch because this has the old line of the cream lipsticks on it, and this has what it converts to. So if somebody comes to you and is like, oh man, I really loved that toffee, what can you give to me? You can look at this and say, oh, rosewood would be a good fit for you. Why don't you try it out? Okay, so this is a comparison chart. I love the tools our company gives. I know there's a lot of companies out there that create documents and are absolutely amazing, but always check Mary Kay InTouch first because they have stuff that's already created and you don't have to pay for it. I'm not saying anything bad about those companies. I use them sometimes, but I love our resources, okay? So the Gel Semi Shines are described as delivering a soft, light reflection with a luminous shine. It's a gel, so it's very like, I mean, you don't feel the gel, but you can tell. It's like there's this softness to it that I really, really like. So what I want to do now is if you guys want, you totally don't have to. So let me show everybody at home what I have here today. So the 4 that I got in my kit was Red Smolder. Really pretty. I hope you guys can order this because this will be a great display anywhere. Like I just hope you can get it. This is like my new favorite everything. It's called Appleberry. I don't know if you can see the shine in that at all, the shimmer, but it's just, can you see? It's just like a hint. It's just a hint. And then we have Naturally Buff. I mean, it's a great nude, especially on dark complected people. Oh, it's so pretty. We also have several nudes here. Like I mean, there's so many to choose from. Like, And then this is the Hot Pink, but it's spelled Haute. So it's like a play on the word, but I was literally calling it Hout Pink for like a week. I was like, oh, it's Hout Pink, Hout Pink. I'm wearing it today. Okay, so you guys stay tuned for some resources later tonight, and I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me.